Dungeon Brew, Dungeon Brew, Dungeon Brew. In this world of fantasy, we seek out the mysteries. The dungeon master could brings disaster. Roll the dice. Welcome to the dungeon. Don't make a mistake. Welcome to the dungeon where treasure awaits. The map unfolds, the quest revealed. We roll the dice, our fate is sealed. Welcome to the dungeon where monsters lie in wait. Welcome to the dungeon, it's experience to gain. Sharpen your sword, steady your shield, cast your spells and ready yourselves. The dungeon awaits. Dungeon Brew, Dungeon Brew, Dungeon Brew, Dungeon Brew. Fate.
Okay, Sora, what did you end up doing last night? Did you drink or not drink?
No, I bought a drink, took a drink of it, and then gave it to Rumpus. Sorry.
Okay. Rembus,
then I went outside.
you drink everything?
And I told him it was like one of those like little casts, like the size of your head type thing.
It was the thing that made him burp fire.
Like physically, I don't know if Rimbus could drink both of those, but at the same time, I want him to. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If it's the size of my head, I'm not a very big creature, so it might like be proportionately okay. I would say probably like 1.5, maybe.
Okay, so you drank as much as you could.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, give me 2 Constitution saving throws. Also, Sora, what did you do? What did you do anything? Like, where did you decide to sleep or?
I went over and was going to sleep behind the item shop. If I remember right, it was like right across the street from the inn,
Oh,
and then there was
okay,
that little field, and then the item shop's right there.
Okay.
Because if I remember right, there were some trees and stuff around there, and I was going to sleep like under the trees because I have a bedroll.
So Sora, you found a little spot to sleep, and your night was peaceful. So Rimbus, this southern black dude by the name of Don John Raskin.
Long John Raskin, yeah.
He tells you like late into your drinking, and like, yeah, this is like the only thing you remember from the whole night. He said that he needs to go to this mine, and he said that he saw that those guys that were fucking with you were headed that way, and he knows how to get there. And he said he'd be ready in about a day or two to go over there.
Okay.
That's what he says at Nice Rimbus. And then, where do you fall asleep, Rimbus?
Probably in my room. I probably stumbled back up there and either made it to my bed or almost made it to the bed.
Okay, and who's in that room with you?
Oh, was it me and Relic?
For the record, he wanted all of us to sleep in the same room, if you'll recall.
I did. I said one big bed.
Pillow fight.
Well, you stayed up real late, Rimbus, so Relic would have gone there. Charles, as you slept, you had a dream. All this dragon talk, during the daytime and stuff. You were racking your brain. You're like, I've been to the Sword Mountains. Like, I remember something. And you dream of the past. Like in an ancient time, like 300 years ago, Miss Lady Allegandor, a royal scion of the Neverwinter army, the most prestigious military decorations ever given. You see a battle ensue, You see a green dragon come down to like eat Lady Alagondar, and she thrusted her sword right up its mouth, but it still devoured her. And she died as she slayed the dragon and was buried with her legendary sword. And as you see the sword shine, the shine hits you in the eyes, and then you end up waking up. And we'll come back to the morning in a minute. Eric, as you sleep, you see a black nothingness, empty, only filled with floating clouds and the whisper of your thoughts. You see the clouds begin to gather in a mass, and lightning and thunder begins to strike in all different directions. And as those voices and whispers fill the nothingness, they come to talk to you again with a low humming chant. And as you reach your arm out into the energy, you begin to feel a tingle in your fingertip and in your arm and then in your leg. And you wake up in a sweat. And we'll come back to the morning in a minute.
All right.
Relic, you checked out the old crumbled manor in the northeast, and you meditate for about 4 hours. So you're up most of the night, if you want to be. What are you gonna be doing at the time that everybody's kind of like sleeping?
Relic would explore more of the town. Maybe find some more plants that he might be able to take along the way and maybe study or find in that book.
Okay. So it's real late or real early, depending on how you're looking at it. And most of the shops are currently closed. Are you just like looking around the outskirts? How far are you going?
Mostly like the ruins, like checking out the ruins for history, and maybe there's something interesting to share with the party. Maybe I'll find something.
Give me like a perception check. Yeah, so you're kind of like going around and like you're like spotting in people's backyards, like you're just going, you're like, what's this? And you see that they have like a plant that's got a very kind of skunky aroma.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's the only thing that really like kind of like as you like, what are you like walking around the town, right?
Yeah, just checking everything out, mostly the ruins.
Okay. Yeah, you're checking them out. You see this like skunky kind of plant, it seems like it would
Mhm.
be something that you could use.
Okay, so I take that with me, put it in my pouch, my
Yeah.
It
backpack.
seems to be like the like a dried herb that's smokable. Yeah, it's definitely some dried herb. If you just dry it out for a
Okay.
little bit. But yeah, you use your supplies and you're able to properly package it.
Okay, and what would be the weight? Like an ounce?
Yeah, I would say you got about an ounce of it.
Okay.
Damn,
I
son.
don't know how much do you take. It's like a decent plant.
I
Do
mean,
you keep
yeah, just
taking?
enough to study and
You only take an
experiment
ounce?
with.
I mean,
How much
is
can
it
you
a fully
saran
grown
wrap?
plant?
Well, there's
You just keep taking until it runs
5 of
out,
us.
or you just taking an ounce?
No,
The whole
because it's
plant?
not mine. It's not mine.
You're like in somebody's
You said
backyard in the
I
middle of
found
the
it.
night.
Yeah, yeah. So just an ounce. Just an ounce.
Okay, you take because like you've got all the supplies and shit. You can like weigh out an ounce. You weigh out an ounce real quick, fresh off the tree.
It's got scales on them.
There's a UV
He's
light
got
right here for some reason.
he's got the triple beam going,
Yeah, he ain't waking up anytime soon.
And yeah,
I added
you
it to my
recovered this.
inventory.
You recovered this out of the back
Okay.
behind this farm.
Okay. Yeah. Skunky smelling herb.
Yeah. Yeah, you have that book of all the local stuff. You kind of like it kind of triggers what, Lady Alexander had said earlier. And you like look through the book and you're like, oh shit. And it gives you like the full recipe breakdown.
We're playing
Oh,
It
Schedule
tells
One.
it tells
okay.
it tells you how to like make a roller. No, but you have all the information there in your book to be able to like process this and like gives you all the information on like, okay, it's gonna take this many days to dry, that kind of thing.
Okay. And then I would like to go check out these woods nearby.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
More plants.
Give me another
Maybe
perception
hidden
check.
treasure. Okay.
You find more smokable herb.
Yeah.
Damn, this town is lit.
So you're going in here and like it's starting to rain, but day has like just broke. And you do
Okay.
find some more smokable herbs.
Oh, okay.
Some other random herbs too that you're not just as like you don't know the name of them or anything like that. You really haven't read that
Okay.
far. You haven't read. You just had seen this one thing, but you definitely get some other medicinal herbs. And as you're over there and you're like looking and stuff like that, you see like clouds beginning to like form in the north and like towards the west, and you begin to see like lightning in the background, and then
Okay, so I would head back to the inn.
Mhm. And you get to the end and everybody begins to wake up, but not necessarily to Kelsoap being there. But Kelsoap, as you're walking, you begin to hear bells and you hear the whole town is starting to wake up. And everybody wakes up hearing bells. I need everybody to roll initiative.
What?
Damn, combat straight out of sleep.
Sora, you wake up to the bells and you don't see yet, but you hear, off into the distance the clattering of, orcs, that you could imagine. They're just kind of far away from you. What are you gonna do, Sora? The whole town's going crazy. They're like running around. You see like the men are like grabbing like weapons and stuff. Like the woodworker's got his like fucking nicest axe and shit. He's going to fucking war.
Would I be able to get like through these buildings? Right through here.
Yeah, you'll be able to get through these. Okay, so action dash bonus action stealth.
Yep.
To hide. Okay,
You're
give me
good.
a stealth check.
Oh, there's another one.
And so you're hidden. And these orcs, they come through, and they harass the smithy people, the general store. You guys are gonna end up knowing these locations. Sorry, it'd be your turn. Your turn again.
All right, I'm gonna move over behind this house right
Okay.
here. And that'll take a dash action too. And then I don't have anything else I can do.
You got 2 nat 20s in a row. That's crazy.
I know. It's probably the only nat 20s I'm gonna get for like the next couple weeks.
So Relic, you hear the banging of the orc drums, and they're like coming down. And you're stuck here.
Okay.
And like this is at this point, it's like everything's woken up. The whole town's waking up. Everybody's going crazy. You're kind of outside of the Stonehill Inn. You could choose to go inside if you want, or you can check out what's going on. You can kind of see based on where you're at. You can see like the marching of orcs, and they're like rushing into town.
Okay. And everybody's awake now because of the bells, right?
Yeah, but they probably can't hear you or anything. They're inside the building.
Yeah, so I would probably rush inside to make sure everybody's up and ready.
All right, so you go up inside, and you like get
Yeah.
down to the bottom, and like you're like yelling at like what are you telling everybody? You got Toblin there, and you got like some
Yeah.
like bar folk and shit.
Okay, I just yell, orcs are attacking.
Ooh,
Everybody prepare yourselves.
Toblin's like, oh, really? Ooh, They haven't been down in a while. And he like goes to like try to find a weapon. You can see he wasn't prepared for it. The orcs begin to travel inwards, and they're like hacking and slashing people as they're like coming in. They're fighting the citizens and whatnot. Charles, you're the first one out of everybody to kind of wake up, and you're inside the room. You're inside the room with Eric, and you hear these bells and they're going off.
I go over to Eric and push on him, and I say, Eric, wake up, real loud. And I'm just like shaking him, like, wake up, wake up.
Eric would have woken up in his sweat from the aforementioned dream there. What?
I hear people screaming.
Let's go.
We need to make sure the others are awake.
Charles is like, you're like looking, you look outside, you see the orcs are about 25 feet away from you, 30 feet away from you. You know, outside of the inn, you can like see them as they're marching by now. You know, you're waking up.
You can hear Rimbus snoring extremely loudly from the next room.
Okay, am I able to wake Rimbus?
Yeah, you can go over and wake him up in the room. Yep.
Okay, I go to the room, I bang on the door. Does Rimbus answer?
No, Rimbus is passed the fuck out.
I bang on it again, louder. Does Rimbus wake up?
Still passed out.
No.
He's still snoring.
You see that the door is like not even, you go to like check the door, it's not even locked.
Okay, I just barge in.
All right, Rimbus, what does he see?
Rimbus is splayed out halfway on the bed. I think Sora was already taking the bed because I took forever getting back because I was drinking. And I realized he was in the bed through the night. And, well, at least whenever I was stumbling up there. So I only got halfway up on there before I passed out at, like, the foot of the bed.
Do you wake up when I barge through
very
the door?
Yeah, so actually I'm probably close to the door, so you probably hit me with the door whenever you barge through it. So the door like just slams into me. It's like, oi, what the fuck? What's going on?
Charles would say to Rimbus, ready yourselves, there's orcs in the town.
Orcs? What do you mean orcs? We were just here.
The bloody orc.
And what's going on?
I don't know, but I'm about to find out.
Rimbus, I guess, with probably all that shouting, if he didn't wake up Sora from all the shouting, he would turn around, like poke Sora and be like, Sora, over here. Hey, listen, mate.
Sora's not with you. Sora snuck out in the middle of the night.
Oh. So he sees a pillow he sees a pillow with the blanket over it, thinking it's Sora. He's punching the pillow. He's like, Sora, wake up. Oh shit, that's just a pillow.
Where are the others?
You hear me yelling downstairs. Everybody, the orcs are attacking.
I think Relic's downstairs.
I rush off downstairs.
Okay. Eric follows, right?
Yep. Yeah, he's tagging along.
Yep. Everybody goes down stairs except for Rimbus right now. Relic, you're downstairs. Everybody's in front of you. Rimbus is like lagging behind.
I'm picking up my pants and trying to put my belt back on.
You guys can see out of like the windows. You guys can see, you know, the orcs got torches and they got, you know, some of them have javelins, some of them have axes.
Relic, did you see anything? What do you know? What do you know?
I just heard them marching through the town and people yelling. We need to go outside and handle this, I think.
I look at Relic and I look at Eric and I say in orc tongue, I will speak to them.
Eric's barely even listening. He's just sheltering behind you.
I don't speak orc. So my guy's like, what's going on? Is he losing his mind?
And I guess I go outside.
Rimbus, you're waking up.
By the time they hit the bottom of the stairs, he's got most of his stuff picked up. He's kind of following in suit.
Okay. And Sora, you're on the outside. You see that the orcs are starting to like come around into the town. They've got, you know, they're kind of burning stuff on the way in, that kind of thing. They're like raiding the village.
I'm gonna move over here, and that'll take up all my movement again.
Okay. All right. The orcs, they begin to come down into town. At this point, Charles, you're just coming out of the Stonehill Inn, and you see the horde of orcs is like passing through.
Charles yells at the orc that's closest to him and tells him to stop.
And you hear them like chanting. You hear them chanting this whole time. And they're like, Orc, follow Talos. Talos make everything all right. We follow Talos.
I yell at them, why have they raided the town of Phandalin?
Oh, you can see them like looking to take prisoners, but you're like yelling at them, but they're busy. Like the rest of the town is like running around and like freaking out. They're looking at things and grabbing people and stuff like that. They're not really, from you yelling, like you do yell that, but like they're just in the middle of like, thrashing about. Eric, you see Charles outside of the inn. Did you follow?
Yeah, I probably would have been just like huddled right behind him, trying to keep like one hand on him like a guide.
Okay, you guys are staring down these orcs as they're like marching through.
Eric would have seen the first one and kind of like yelped out in fear and held out his hand just instinctively and cast magic missile. It's like he kind of like jumps like somebody who was startled by a gunshot when it happens.
Nice. Yeah, you see he just gets like peppered by it. Relic, everybody is like getting attention and they're running back out. You're running back out.
Okay. Yep. So I run back kind of to their side, run back behind them, about right here. And I see that Eric has already attacked the first orc.
Yeah.
So
Magic missiles are going out right as you're running out of the building.
yep. So I immediately cast Sacred Flame for the second one.
Oh, they succeed.
Okay. So it does nothing.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. Rimbus, you see everybody like rushing down and outside, getting up.
Yeah, Rimbus is finally collecting himself. He's fucking running down the stairs.
Like as you look behind you, you can see like through the window an orc.
Oh, so I can see him. Oh, I can already see them.
Yeah, you can see him like as you get to like turn out, like you don't have maybe next turn you can get outside of the Stonehill Inn.
Could I target them at all through the window or where I can see them?
Yeah, you can see them.
Okay. Are they all how close are they to each other?
They're like 10 feet apart.
Okay.
They're just kind of marching down like, pretty wide. They're like
So
throwing people to each other, that kind of thing.
I think if I can see one of them, I would probably cast Earth Tremor on the one that I can see.
Okay. He fails. Yeah, he takes the damage. And you see he's like, ooh, he's like getting all freaked out because there's like fucking stuff moving below him. Anything else?
I'll just finish my movement and run down the stairs or however far I can get.
Yeah, like you
be
just
running
start
after
getting down the stairs.
Charles and Relic.
You
Eric.
just start getting down the stairs on your way out. Sora?
Yeah, and Rimbus, as soon as he sees them, he's like, "Oh, guys, there's fucking orcs outside."
Yeah, obviously.
Sora, on the outside, you see blasts coming out of the Stonehill Inn. You hear all that commotion going, and all the orcs are kind of marching in.
All right, I'm gonna move up behind this guy, and I'm gonna attack him from behind.
Okay. You have advantage because of the stealth.
And I'm gonna do my 2-weapon strike. Oh my god!
No.
Nat ones. So
No.
So you like go into battle, and then you're like, oh fuck. I'm gonna say you're within 5 feet of him because you were throwing your swords. You were like running at him. You go and you like all nearly trip into this orc's arms, and
Oh no.
he grabs you and he slams you on the ground.
do I still get to roll my daggers?
No, you missed.
Okay.
You missed 2 short swords.
I think.
Well, no, that was his short sword and advantage.
Right. But I
So it was only
critically failed, so
one
that's why I
attack.
was asking.
Oh
you.
shit! Yeah.
Right, but yeah, it's a critical fail, so I don't get to swing my daggers when I'm asking.
No.
No. He just put me down like a wee child. I yell out to Charles, "Help me!"
I will help you.
He smacks you with the butt of his great axe, and he does 4 slashing damage as he just kind of cuts into your armor. But then this other one turns around, and goes, "Oh, I'm gonna hit him with my pointy stick," and he goes and he does another 9 piercing damage with this pointy stick. Silly gnome. And then this other
Charles,
one
I choose you. Attack.
looks at Charles. He's like, he throws his javelin at you, but instead he like throws it straight up in the air and it lands like on top of the roof or something.
Way
He
too
like
sharp on it.
totally misses with it. He's like, "Oh, me pointy stick."
He left his glasses at home.
All right, Charles.
Okay. Charles runs at him and attacks with 2 swords, screaming, "Meet your fate!"
That hits. So you hit with the first one, and he like, you hit him so good though, he like kind of like stumbles out of like a little bit out of the way, but unfortunately you miss your second one. How do you kill him?
Chop his head off.
As you chop his head off, you see the amulet he was wearing has got these like 3 like a monster type of carving of like 3 claws coming down, and that necklace kind of falls as you chop his head off.
After I chop his head off, can I like toss his head in their direction?
Yeah, they look behind and go, "Ooh, ooh," and then they look like they start to like get worried about what's going on over here.
My brother, no.
Eric,
All right, and I guess in an increasing panic, Eric's gonna again just reach my hand towards the orc in the blue, and does the 17 hit?
17 does hit. They're like close together too. Yeah, you hit this orc, and the firebolt like zaps his like foot, and it like catches like a little fire, and he's like, "Oh, me foot, me foot."
It probably hit in such an inopportune place because again, Eric was just in a panic, just doing whatever is instinctively coming to him and kind of hiding and shrieking as he's doing it.
Relic.
My guy travels behind Eric in front of this bush,
Okay.
and he's looking around to see if anybody's damaged or needs healing. And he sees Sora off in the distance. Can I tell like what his condition is, like how much health he has?
Give me a medicine check. Yeah, you can definitely tell. Sorry, you want to tell him?
I have 4 out of 17.
He's got like a stab wound. He's got like a cut wound.
I would cast Guiding Bolt at the green orc.
Okay. Yeah, you see this one was like just got done like a hitting Sora, and you come in and you blast it in like its back, and it's like and kind of stumbles out of the way. Rimbus.
Okay, Rimbus is in like the lobby area. Am I in like by the bar?
Yeah, you're like just coming outside of the inn now.
And I have line of sight on Sora.
Yeah, you do. You kind of hidden like by the shrubbery and stuff that's around the building, but you can see Sora over there.
Okay. And I realize he's looking pretty screwed up. He runs outside, finishes his movement, so that would be 25 feet, which would make me to about, roughly in the middle of you guys. Catches up to you guys like, "Oi, everybody, we got to kill these fuckers. They're gonna kill Sora."
Yeah, we're trying. I was too far away to heal him.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Oh yeah, that hits. Yeah, how do you do it?
The fireball travels out of the tip of Rimbus's staff, and it engulfs this orc's face and just lights his head on fire. And he just screams and runs around and just like fucking runs into the brick wall and just falls over dead.
Yeah, Sora, that's what you see. That's what you see. And just this one orc is like looking horrified at his buddy's fucking head just bursts into flames, and he's like looking around. What are you doing?
I'm going to go ahead and use my movement action to stand up, and then I'm going to attack the other one that's still here.
Okay. As you rush in, you go to hit him and you miss. And he's like, "Silly gnome."
I'll use my bonus action then to go ahead and drink the potion of healing I bought. the night before or the yesterday.
You go to drink the healing of potion. The orc pulls his axe and he hits you with it and slashes you for 6 damage, Sora. He brings his axe down and he looks back at Charles and everybody and goes, "Oh, me brother!" And it looks like he's getting ready to like take off and run. Charles, you're up.
Okay. Charles is going to move up about 20 feet, and I want to take my net and throw it at him to entangle him.
Okay. You throw your net from behind and it wraps around the orc.
I'm going to use Action Surge to give me another action,
Okay.
and then I'm going to basically grapple and hold him down.
Easy. He's already netted. I'm not even gonna have you roll it. You grapple him. He's in your net. And you're doing what with him?
I'm just holding him down and yelling at everybody else to come here.
Okay. So you guys, I would say you guys are out of like initiative right now since you've got this like orc captured.
Okay. So I would want to like rush up and heal Sora.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
I would like to unarmed strike kick the orc.
Okay. Yeah, you hit. So yeah, you do a point of damage to him.
I have no strength modifier.
That kills him. No, just kidding.
Damn it! No,
No, it doesn't. No, he's still alive. He's like, oh.
Charles would look back at Rimbus and Eric as Relic's healing Sora and say, "Do you have any rope?"
I don't
Yeah, I
think I
might have
do.
some in my pack.
I mean,
Oh, I actually
still
do
the
have
rope
5
from the
pounds of
other
rope
day.
in my pack.
Yeah, I need some rope. Cut me a piece of rope.
I hand Charles my 50
I,
foot rope.
Actually,
I also handed my rope.
Eric produces a set of manacles, which he inexplicably has in his inventory.
Oh, okay. I put my stuff back in my bag.
How about this?
Now you got a shit ton of rope and a manacle. What are you gonna do?
I tie the orc up. Am I able to do that? Tie him up?
Yeah.
Like his arms and feet?
Yeah.
I bind him.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have got this orc all tied up.
I talk to him?
Okay, what do you say to him?
Why is he in Phandalin? Who sent you?
No, our master sent us.
Who's your master?
He's
And I
gonna
punch him
kill
in the
you.
face.
He's gonna kill you all.
I punch him in the face.
Oh, he's gonna kill you all. Don't you worry about it. Talos is strong.
I want to do an Arcana check and see like if I can tell he's being controlled by something.
Yeah. Give me an insight check to see if you can sense anything. So you can tell that he's got like a very strong religious aspiration with himself. And that's how he presents it.
So as he tells me that, Charles would hit him in the face again and say, "Is that your same master who sent you to Sword Mountain?" As my arm is being pushed into his throat.
He's like, "We were driven from the mountain by the dragon."
Rimbus here's dragon. He's like, dragon? I thought we killed the dragon.
No, that was a manticore.
Oh, I thought that was a dragon. So maybe I've been drinking too much. Maybe I need to reflect.
It's close enough, I suppose. I'll start looting the dead bodies.
Where can we find Talos at? As I'm just getting more enraged and more pissed off, the longer I'm on top of him, just beating the fuck out of his face.
He's like, Nick, you're gonna die.
Where's your leader at?
Give me intimidation. You're still beating his head, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nat 20.
He says, "Oh, we're gonna get you from the trees."
Trees.
Trees.
Yep.
What the hell are you talking about?
You've beaten him still?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You're gonna kill
I'm
him.
beating the
You
fuck out of
just
him,
beat
dude.
him and just ask him a question. He's like, the trees. Oh, we're supposed to meet him near the trees. I'm not even from this tribe. We just got here.
The cheese. What kind of cheese?
I think you lobotomized him.
And as like you're like hitting him and stuff. He just basically explains that he's like he follows Talos and he's gonna save him. He's gonna kill you. He says we control everything. We control the shipping lanes. We control the forest.
Mm.
Controls the
Is he
forest.
dead or is he still alive?
He's just like in and out of consciousness as like you like lift your hand off from beating him.
Charles.
Ask him who his mafia boss is.
Charles.
Yeah.
They came in from north of town. He keeps talking about trees. That's probably the forest north of here.
I say we hold on to him until we can figure out how to tame him.
I pick him up by the shoulders and slam him back down on the ground after Relic tells me that and say, is there more of you in the north?
As you do, he gets completely knocked out. He doesn't seem to be moving.
I stand up, pull my sword out, chop his head off. Chop all their heads off.
And the town is like around you and like looking at you, Charles. And they're like clapping. You guys see the whole town is kind of like looking at you guys and like very excited and happy you were able to save the town.
Eric smacks the decapitated head and says, "What trees?"
I start like looking through the book to see if I can use their brains for any kind of herbs or like medicines or anything.
That's kind of fucked up.
I'm gonna pick the amulet up I seen.
I need to use the restroom real quick. Restroom break.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta make a drink.
Yeah, I'm a bleed lizard.
Just so you're aware, the brain you can use, and this is for any creature, you can use their brain to make like a brain juice. And then if you skin the creature, you can turn the creature into wearable leather.
Brain taming.
That's how you make like leather out of like deer or anything like that, and it'd be like soft. Every creature on the planet will have enough brain goo if you boil it with water to be able to tan its own hide. So that's one
Are
fun
you trying
thing.
to say that you're going to skin these orcs and tan their hides?
Hey, they make good leather, and he just made a hole in mine.
You have an amalgamation of armor patched from like different fucking beasts and shit from all the shit you killed. It's like patched jeans, but with like different fur and fucking skin all over it.
I think my dog took a shit in the floor somewhere.
Your doctor?
My
That's
dog.
what I heard
Hold on.
too.
My dog.
The doctor shit on my floor.
I thought, why is your doctor in your
The
house?
worst
shitting on-
doctor ever. Doctor, what's the diagnosis? Hold on, I'm taking a shit.
Nope. It was on a puppy bed.
You guys got 3 dead orcs
Yeah.
in the
And
town.
I'm picking up an amulet.
Okay. So from each orc, you guys find a broken great axe. Some broken hide armor. Anybody want to make a religion check, or Charles, you want to make a religion check about the amulet? You guys just see that's got like 3 claws. It's like a silver amulet.
Have I seen this before?
Give me a religion check. You know that it's like one of the gods, but not one of the good ones.
Boy, this has bad omens tied to it.
Why is that?
I don't know. I've turned British for some reason.
Boy, I tell you something.
I look for a shop to go buy a herbalist kit.
Oh, that would be,
Goodbye,
that would be
Relic.
down here like Barthen's Provisions.
You kill some orcs. I'm gonna go shopping.
Okay. Hey guys. Hey guys, I forgot to buy an herbalist kit the other day. So now that we're done with this, I'm gonna go over here and get one.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All right, so what's everybody else doing this at Stonehill Inn? Relic, it's gonna take you a little time to get over there.
Is everybody all right? Sora, you feeling okay? Eric,
Yeah,
Rimbus?
yeah. Relic was able to heal me, which, by the way, thank you. I forgot to thank
Boy.
you.
Eric will
Yeah, man.
Boy.
step away from the corpse and say, he doesn't know anything. Kind of
That's about right.
start checking out his hands because he was more than a little confused when he was able to cast those spells.
What do you make of this? And I'm holding up the amulet, looking at Rimbus.
Well, I just been told stories about a bunch of religions, since I'm kind of intertwined with that a little bit. And I think that this is just one of the bad ones. I'm not entirely sure which one, but just a bad one, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm not one for religions, but maybe we could fetch us a coin or two.
Oi, I also, speaking of coin, figured out where mine went.
Probably in all that beer you had last night.
Actually, I did get robbed, and I talked to a guy last night. An old man, can't remember his name because I was quite drunk, but he told me they left and they went off to some kind of cave or something. And he said he could lead me there.
Well, how much coin did you have? How much did you lose?
Well, I don't quite remember considering I was kind of spending money and then I also got robbed just after, so I don't quite know.
Well, do you think it's worth going after?
Well, I would say it's up to the old gods up in the sky, and also known as the DM, because I don't know how much I had.
No, I don't think you remember how much you had, but you might find out if you get it. But you do remember that the guy said that he would need, like, it would be like the next day. Like he told you, like from last night, he was like, not tomorrow, but like the next day.
Eric pipes up and says, if we need gold, the magic, the gnomes have magical things, and they're somebody's paying, right? So I remember
Oi,
on the job board.
I remember seeing something on the job board
Yeah.
as well.
I remember that too.
Go maybe take a look at that after Relic arrives.
So Relic, you're over here at Barthen's Provisions. You're picking up your medical kit. You see like two workers, like loading up a cart. Like looks like they're getting ready to like ship something out. Did you already purchase it?
Oh, no, I was gonna ask them like how much it was and if they have any herbalist kits in stock.
It's like, oh, it'll be about 5 gold for that kit.
Okay, I'll take that. Would you happen to have a bigger backpack as well?
Oh yeah, I can get you a backpack. That'd be about 25 silver.
Oh, okay. What's the capacity of that one?
Oh, it can hold quite a bit of things. About 30 pounds a year.
Oh, yeah, that's what I already got.
You're looking for something bigger? I don't have any of those magic items here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll just take the herbalist kit then.
All right, there you are. Not bad, them orcs, huh?
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Quite the surprise. Good thing we were able to handle them.
Yeah, storms are brewing. Storms are brewing. We're getting
Yeah.
missing some shipments. Getting ready to send one out next day or two.
Oh, is that so? You've been missing shipments because of the orcs?
No, yep, not many supplies coming in anymore these days.
Or would you happen to need any help for that? We're actually looking for a quest of sorts.
No, I'm waiting for some things to come into town, maybe about a day or so.
Okay. I was just thinking maybe we could help you out with that.
Oh, not ready yet. My workers are working on it. I'll let you know.
Alrighty then. Well, you have a good day then.
Watch out for them orcs.
Thank you. All right. And I make my way back to the group.
Did you forget what you were looking for?
Oh, yeah. I picked up a herbalism kit so I can start maybe messing around with making some potions or something to keep us healed.
Messing around with the herbs, eh?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be nice.
We'll have to check this out.
Make money on the side too.
Do you have a rolling kit?
What's that?
Nothing.
I couldn't hear you.
Never mind, I've got a pipe.
Yes, if you had a rolling kit.
Oh. No. I didn't think about. Thanks for checking about that. But I actually found these herbs earlier. Kind of skunky smelling. You can check it out if you're interested.
Oi, that's green crack sativa.
Oh, you're familiar with it, huh?
I'm really familiar with a lot of herbs.
Maybe you could show us how to use this. I've never seen it before.
Boy, I can show you quite well how to use it.
We all just go to the town green and have a smoke session.
Yeah. Let's just stop off over here, guys. Let's go check this out.
No.
This is how you roll a blunt.
You guys
Blunt,
go all
what's
over.
that?
Do you guys all go over there and smoke?
I'm gonna head
Yeah,
towards
Rimbus
the
does.
quest
He's
board.
like, that was a long fight.
Give half of what I have to Rimbus, since he knows what it is.
Well, quite grateful for that. Can't believe you just gave me this for free.
Well, we're in a group, so might as well share.
Awesome. Rimbus is like, let's go over here to Relic, and and he heads off towards the town green.
So are you looking at the board again, or?
I was asking if you guys wanted to make your way over there and take a look at
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'd like to take another look at it too. Y'all care if I stop by the Lion Shield coaster real quick, take a look, or let them look at this amulet and see if they know anything?
it. Sure,
Yeah,
it's on the way.
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right.
Yeah, Rimbus doesn't realize nobody's actually walking with him to the town green. He turns around. He's like, "Oi, where'd everybody go?" I guess I'll just smoke this by myself.
Charles makes his way to Lion Shield.
Okay.
As everybody's leaving, make sure no one sees me, and I put an orc's head in my backpack.
She says, "What can I do for you, sir?"
Well, we just slain those orcs that were attacking the town of Phandalin. You know, the
Appreciate
one
that.
you live in. Thank you.
Hey, I killed a couple myself.
Oh, did you now?
I did.
That's quite a feat there. Anyhow, there was 3 orcs, but we got this amulet here, and I was wondering if you know anything about it or if it's worth anything. And I just hold it up and
What am I
hand
gonna
it
do with
to her.
this? You look around and you're just in a place full of armor and weapons.
Well, it's made of silver. You think it's worth anything?
Oh, you can take it down to the miners' exchange. Maybe they'll melt it down or something.
You can't use this?
No, I can't use that. Look, I sell weapons and armor.
Hey, speaking of weapons, do you know of a Alagondor? Have you heard of her?
Alagondar. It's like story
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, she slayed a green dragon, but as she was slaying the dragon, she ended up getting ate by it.
I don't recall too much about stories, but I know there's a bunch of stories of dragons getting slain and whatnot.
All right. Well, sorry to waste your time.
Didn't I say next time come back with some money? Are you gonna buy something or what?
Well, I was going to see about selling this to you and then maybe buying something, but
No, I'm
since
not
you have no
buying that
use for
thing.
this, I'll probably just go to the mines.
What am I gonna do with a piece of metal?
Well, thanks anyways, and as I'm walking out, I flip her a gold coin.
But she tells you kind of where the miners' exchange is.
All right, I make my way back to the group and to the board.
And you guys see the two quests.
Let's see, Sora, where did you say that guy was headed off to?
Which guy?
Oh, was that Rimbus?
Rimbus went to the greens, I think.
At that
I
point, you
saw
see
Rimbus
Rimbus
talking to somebody
running
last
in the
night,
distance.
but that was about it. I wasn't part of it.
Somebody mentioned about seeing some guy last night heading off on a quest of some sorts, or
Right, sorry. Sorry, just got back. Yes, there was an old man. Sorry, and he said that there was. Sorry, I'm having trouble remembering right now for some reason.
I eavesdropped and only caught his name. It was Don John.
Yes, Don John. That's right. So Don John said something about a cave, and then that he was going to take us there because that's where the bad guys were hiding. The guys that robbed me. I'm British
Cave.
again for some reason.
that kind of sounds like
Yeah,
that quest on the left.
that sounds like a tomorrow problem. We could help the gnomes today.
That is the gnomes.
Right.
How long would it take to get
No.
there?
Maybe they're in the same place.
As you guys pull out your map that you definitely have, Charles, you definitely know that Gnomengarde. You've heard of it. You've never been there, but like being in the military and being in the Sword Mountains, you've heard of it. And it's like a good 20-mile trek towards the Sword Mountains.
So I let the party know. I tell them those caves are located southeast of Umbridge Hill, where that lunatic of a woman is.
I mean, we
Okay.
could always avoid that windmill on the way there.
It's about 20 miles past that.
I don't think she likes us.
Well, We can go around it, I think.
Oi, we should stop by and say hi to the lady.
I don't think she
She
wants
does
to.
have
She wants to see
potions.
us.
Well, I don't have any potions. Plus, she said she was going to build that one crazy potion. It was going to be
Oh yeah,
really
that's
good.
right. Maybe we can persuade her or sweet talk her or something.
Persuade. Sweet talk.
I mean,
Hey, you never know. It's possible.
At least I'm not tying her down.
Look over at
he
Sora.
liked
I
it.
think Eric's right. We should just avoid it, but that's my opinion.
Okay. All right, but when we want to head off and do that, we have to wait, don't we?
Wait for what?
I'm okay to go now. I think we should go.
Yeah.
It's 20 miles. We could definitely make it there in one day.
Old guy last night was saying that he couldn't take us there until he was ready, which was tomorrow. But
Oh,
if this is the same place he's going to take us, then we'll beat him to it.
two birds with one stone.
Well,
Hmm.
I think it would be interesting to find out if that is the same place, because then we'll have someone else with us.
What if it isn't the same place, Rimbus?
How do you know this guy's going to come back too and he didn't just rob you?
1 second, sorry. Remus was getting hungry after his session, so he decided to get a waffle. So, from what he said there was guys that came and robbed me, and then they ran off someplace that he knew, some kind of cave or something somewhere. But I don't quite know what he said or where he said. He just said he knew where it was, and he couldn't go until tomorrow.
Did he say where he would meet you at?
Well, he's still in town, I think, somewhere. I don't know exactly where he lives, but probably somewhere around here.
And like I said, how do you know he didn't rob you? Those weren't his friends, or he's trying to take you into a murder den, or what? This is just a mysterious guy that told you to go to a cave.
Well, are you just saying that because of what he looks like, or?
No.
I mean the gnomes know caves. So we should ask them. Let's,
The gnomes
Or-
are in caves, and there's a quest on the board. We could go do this and see
yeah, make
if it's
make
the
some money,
same place or not.
make some money, find some magical things.
I agree.
I say
should
we
just
try and find this guy
to the
first,
gnomes.
and then
Well, we can't go until tomorrow if it's the wrong place anyway, because this guy somewhere around here is not ready to go until tomorrow. Apparently, he's got to collect some stuff or something for the adventure.
yeah, if we can find out if it is the same place, we can just go out for him.
And
Well,
we'll
if you
already
can find
be
him,
there.
we can. I don't know where he is.
Charles rips the paper of the gnome quest from the board and puts it in his pocket. I suggest we listen to what this mysterious man has to say, and if it seems relevant to Sword Mountain and the location of these caves.
Well, again, I don't quite know where he is, so we'll have to find him in order to ask him.
Oh, he's not going to just show up and talk to you? He doesn't know that you're staying at the inn?
Well, I didn't exactly give him my coordinates. He kind of just was there, and I spoke to him, and then he left.
We can just spend an hour or so looking for him. If not, then we can.
He said he would show up tomorrow
Go from
around the
there.
job board,
On
but
the job
not
board.
until then.
Do you say what
But
time?
that's until tomorrow.
No, he didn't say a time, but he said that he was gathering his things and he was going to be ready to head out to the place tomorrow, which would be tomorrow from your guys' morning. And so getting to Gnomengarde on the general area that you know it is almost the day. It'd be like evening, like 4 or 5 o'clock when you get there, type of thing.
So we'd miss this guy.
You wouldn't necessarily miss that guy.
No, he's getting here tomorrow, as in
Yeah.
tomorrow from today.
Well, it's 20 miles. We pass Umbridge Hill. We don't mess with the lunatic. I think we can make it back in time to meet this man.
Yeah, you guys all have a general understanding that like things around the town are just continuing to like move forward and people are just like starting to like figure things out. Like things are starting to happen. Shipments and supplies are starting to not come in. The orc attack just happened.
Boy, am I actually quite slow right now because I'm exhausted from being drunk from last night, so I've got -5 to my movement speed, which means I move extra slow. Does that change our ETA at all?
What's that?
Me being exhausted, does that change our ETA at all?
It just just a little bit.
Is there a wagon and like an ox or a horse or something that we could rent by chance in town?
Not that you guys. The only one that you guys saw was Relic. Relic saw one.
As you say that, Rimbus, he goes, actually know of an ox. I met him last night in a dream. My magical powers came to me, and now I can do this. And he casts his bestial form and turns into an ox.
I just put my hand in my head and
Or a
rubbed my
wild
temple. Does anybody have a cart?
The ox looks at you. Well, I don't quite know if there's a cart, but you have an ox.
I don't remember where I seen that, so I'm just gonna pretend like I don't know.
You remembered it was back when you were at Barthen's Provisions.
Hey guys, there's actually an ox and cart back at
But
that
that
store
was
I
the
was
one
at
that was
earlier.
getting loaded up by the guy.
We could steal it without them knowing, and then we could use it.
Remember, he told you that he had a shipment that was going out to the loggers camp in a couple days, day or two.
We could definitely steal a farmer's wagon and have Rumbus here pull it.
I'm just sticking my fingers in my ears, going la 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 la, like I don't hear that.
I was just kidding, guys. I wasn't being serious.
La 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 la, walking towards the mining area.
But it would be fun, Charles.
La 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 la. Fingers still in my ears.
I guess if you guys think we can make it back in time, maybe we should just head out.
I mean, if it's about 16 to 20 miles, we could make it there. If we can get it done in a day, then take a long rest and then come back. It'd be a 2-day thing altogether, but we'd be back tomorrow when he's supposed to meet you.
So let's go to the gnomes then.
Hey, so everybody's getting ready to go to the gnomes. Charles, you trying to poke your head into the miners' exchange?
Well, as they were discussing about stealing that, I mean, I was kind of like lollygagging, like wandering off because I didn't want to hear about stealing.
And then I stepped over towards him and told him that it would be fun. He would enjoy it. It'd be fun. We could call him Betsy.
Do I hear this? I don't know.
Yeah, he's like running behind you, like saying that. Go to the miners' exchange?
Yeah.
Yeah, you poke your head in there. They're like, what do you want? Oh, put it on the scale. And then they have you like put on the scale and they're like, we'll pay you by pound. You see it's like an assembly line method. They're all like, people are like lined up waiting to get in and like weigh their shit. And they offer you 25 silver for it.
It's worth more than that.
Nope, we pay by pound.
What about rarity?
Nope, we're just going to melt it down. That's silver. Silver's for good. Good things happen with silver. You see some dwarves like coming around as well too. Like dwarves are like, more workers, but it's a human lady up front. She's like decked out in like a bunch of gear.
Fine, give me the 25 silver.
Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, guys. You want to meet up with Charles and we can head out?
All right, so you all head out. So you guys follow a stream uphill to the base of a mountain where waterfall erosion has carved out a natural concavity. You hear the roaring waterfall all the way down here. Creates a cloud of mist as it plunges into a shallow pool of water, which rise 2 small islands you guys see here in the middle. And they're covered with mushrooms, 2-foot tall red, green, and purple mushrooms. And you see several cave openings overlooking the pool from rocky ledges 20 to 30 feet above. And you see the mountain blocks any other sunlight from getting in here. You guys see on the side here, kind of in the mist and stuff, you see like what appears to be, it's kind of far away, but it appears to be like a crab-like thing leaves this island and like makes its way up this way and then and it moves. So what you guys see as you approach.
Oi, what a beautiful place this is.
Yeah, this is
Mushrooms
quite
nearly
nice.
as tall as me. There's a little crab over there.
Were we
Did you see
supposed
that?
to meet a gnome here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of go check out those mushrooms if we get a chance.
Can Charles pull out the quest board paper?
Yeah.
Let's go at relics about the cool stuff, huh? Smokable
Oh,
herbs,
yeah.
mushrooms.
Yeah, man. We just start gathering everything we can.
Yeah, everything, huh?
Let's see, reclusive rock gnomes, and I'm just kind of reading this out loud. Reside in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. All right, guys, we made it to the cave. The gnomes of Gnomengarde are known for their magical invention. They might have something with which to defeat the dragon. All this
Well,
talk
that would be
of
helpful for the dragon that the orcs were talking about.
I mean, if
dragon.
it can kill a dragon, it can definitely kill an orc.
Says, get whatever you can from them. So if you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Townmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold for it. I swear, if he slides
Well, if
coin
we find
underneath there
anything
again.
interesting in these caves,
That's what I was
It's-
just thinking.
Yeah,
it's gonna take about 3 hours.
but how's he going to get the item? You can't
We
slide it
just
underneath the door.
you get in his mailbox, I
True.
guess.
You know, the way Mr. Harbin Wester says, what did he say here? They might have something which defeat the dragon and get whatever you can from them. It's kind of almost like he wants us to kill Gnome.
I doubt he wants us to kill them. It's just,
Well, I think that we're going there for the inventions. We're not going to kill them. I think we're
Yeah.
going there to help find something to help kill the dragon.
It's true. Mr. Wester was really set out on dragon. He seemed very scared.
I guess, just
It's
kind of
true.
walk around and try to find a gnome and see where the traders are. I
We're
guess
in the mushrooms somewhere.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't speak
Yeah.
Gnome. Do any of y'all speak Gnome?
I am a
I
gnome.
can speak gnome.
Oh yeah.
No, I speak goblin. Sorry.
Well, I don't know. Maybe humans raised you or orcs.
Wait,
Fucking orcs.
Aren't one of you a gnome?
Yes, I am a gnome.
Yes, Sora's a gnome. That's why he's about my height.
Well,
Yeah.
Sora,
you can talk
you
to
want to
him.
lead the way, Sora? This seems like more of your territory.
Yes, Sora. Do you know any of these people?
I'm not from here. That's a bit racist.
What do you
Oh,
mean,
sorry.
these people?
Just thought you all knew each other, you know?
I take the paper and put it back in my pocket.
I'm gonna make my way to these mushrooms.
Okay.
I'll follow in suit behind Relic.
I'm
So yeah,
following
you go like
Sora.
through the water. Give me a perception check as you walk through the water. Dun 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 dun. You feel something brush up against your leg.
And I rush back to the shore.
It's just a fish. As you can see, it swims out
Oh, okay.
the river.
Oh, did you get scared by a fish?
Yeah,
And Rumpus
big
laugh
giant
at
fish
you.
scare me.
It's only about 3 foot deep of a pool.
Oh, okay.
I can't cross, I don't think.
Yeah, and you see these
Nope.
2 foot tall mushrooms that are red and green.
You want me to throw you, Rimbus?
Oi, grab one for me.
I'm gonna grab one of each for everybody.
I grab the back of your shirt and breeches, Rimbus, and say, "You want me to throw you?"
Oi, why'd you just grab me all of a sudden?
They're about 2 foot each, so like they're big mushrooms.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
I can just carry this in my pack. You might need to just carve off a little piece.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't know what I was thinking. So I just carve up some of the red and green mushrooms
Okay.
and stuff them in my backpack.
Yeah, in the same spot with your berries.
No, since they're larger, I put them in like the main compartment.
Okay. All right. Anything else? You guys do see some like oil lantern light, at each one of these areas.
Oi, I just realized we might be defiling the garden.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that. But I'm gonna make my way to the purple ones now.
Garden of mushrooms.
Oh,
Hey,
gnomes.
this is the
What?
mountains and caves. They are our lights too sometimes.
Huh. What about those lights over there? Pointing at the oil lamp.
Yeah, you guys see oil lamps at every height, basically. But you guys see what looks to be like the main set of stairs, and where that thing moves towards was this outcropping here. All these other areas are about a 30-foot high, like cliff.
Well, Charles, I might have to take you up on your offer. You might have to toss me, but don't tell the elf.
All right. And I toss him.
Boom. You throw him.
Oh,
You like kind of
It's
like
super hard.
do like a running land, and like you kind of run in and bump into a mushroom.
I start inspecting it to see if I can find something about these mushrooms in that book.
Yeah, if you're just gonna spend some time looking through the book, it's gonna probably take some time. What's everybody else doing?
Remus wants to look through the water and see if there's any like rare species of fish or something, or if you can identify any of the wildlife here. It's just normal fish, I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah, like you stick your head in the water. Give me a perception check. See what you see.
He said he sticks his head in the water.
Oh, that's about right.
Yeah, you can't really see like a fish or anything that like Relic had mentioned, but
Oh yeah, I forgot my goggles. Can't see.
Rembus, have you seen these mushrooms before?
I have not. These look like mushrooms that are not really grown around my village, you'd say.
and Relic, you're still like looking through the book and you haven't found anything yet.
Maybe I'll do like a, I don't know,
Can I help Relic
investigation.
look through the book to kind of speed up the process?
You guys, if you guys are just looking through the book, you guys might not find it. Eric, you feel a very odd tingle. The voices in your head begin to like murmur and quiet down a little bit as you guys begin to like walk in here and everybody's like picking at mushrooms. And you feel a very magical sense about this place. Almost like weaves of fabric in time. You can almost see or feel as like you reach your hand out the energy of magic in this area, in this whole cave.
Eric's eyes roll back for just a split second, as if just incredibly relieved. And he starts looking around, maybe trying to sense the source of like where the magic is emanating from.
You
And
can
he-
just feel it in the air. But again, everybody sees that this is the most like convenient path up into somewhere and where that crab thing had walked over to. Everywhere else is a high cliff. But you feel the magic just emanating out of this whole area.
Eric kind of turns his gaze towards the, I guess, the way up, the way forward, and without saying anything, starts to drift that way. Kind of a contented smile on his face.
You begin to go across the water.
Yeah,
Eric, Eric,
it's this way.
Sora,
What do you think they're doing?
where's Eric going?
It's this way.
Oh, Rembus looks like they're moving. You want to jump on and have them carry you over?
Eric.
Yeah, I don't like being tossed as much, so a piggyback ride would be great.
I'm just following Eric,
Okay.
like
It's much funner.
trying to understand like what the hell's going on.
So
I can
Eric,
feel
as
it.
you come to the top here, you guys begin to see like these ceilings are only about 7 feet high, and it's really flat
So
on
they're
the
vaulted for
inside.
me.
Spaces are a bit cramped over here.
Boy, this is
You
just
see
like
that
I know
all
what you're
these
talking about.
caves
Yeah.
here are illuminated by hanging oil lanterns that are attached to like rope and pulley mechanisms that make it easy to like lower and like refill and like put them back up. You guys hear as like you guys came like in here and walked in, the echoing of the waterfall is really loud to the point where like you can't hear more than like 5 feet in front of you. But as you guys begin to like come inside, this begins to lessen.
hello, 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 hello.
So you guys see that there is a direction to the left and a path forward.
Eric's just looking around, smiling, and it's just the wheel of all things. It's peaceful here.
I can quite agree. The waterfall's quite relaxing. Could take a nap. It could be from all the exhaustion that's hitting me, but nap sounds great at 10 a.m. in the morning, or however late it is now, because I forgot we traveled a long distance.
Yeah, what time would it be?
It's like 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
I was way off.
And as you guys come in here, you guys see the upper and area to the right. Which direction are you gonna go? And kind of like what's your marching order? Like who's going first? Because these are very tight kind of areas as you guys are going through here.
I'm right behind Eric, personally.
I'm just probably trying to
And me and Rumba
mindlessly
should be
lead
able
the
to walk
way.
side by side.
I'm going, I guess,
Yeah, can Sora
north
and I
here.
walk right next to each other since we're small?
Yeah, since you guys are both small, you can kind of share the same space. And as you come up, you see that this appears to be like a dining room of some kind. You see dining tables and chairs. You see like really small forks, like a stout wooden cabinet against the east wall.
Guess nobody's home. or they're not eating,
Hmm.
which I would always be eating.
Seven.
I remember I used to eat a lot whenever I was home. My mum used to make me lots of good food.
As you
I'm
as
British
you guys
again.
keep going and come down, you see that there's another path to your right, but then looks like just up ahead there's a door.
Eric. Eric,
But what?
where are you going?
No, that's the whispers. I think we should move forward. Eric kind of proceeds towards the door.
I believe if we do run into anybody, we should have Sora talk to somebody. It'd be the first person to approach.
So I noticed that Eric seems kind of more calm, and I do an Arcana check.
Very, very much more calm.
Okay, give me an Arcana check. Eric, how much do you think he can glean magically from what you're doing? If you want to kind of describe what he sees.
I think that there's just so much swirling around Eric normally that right now it seems like somebody coming up for like a breath of air who is drowning, like less overwhelmed. Things seem at peace. Not necessarily less urgent, but more, deeper understanding, I guess, how to swim in the current, at least at the moment.
Relic, you get the idea that there's some sort of magical grasp upon Eric, but right now it's lessened. And Relic, you can also feel like magic in the air as well.
Can we all experience that, or is it
Or it's
just me and Eric?
just you and Eric at the moment.
Eric's kind of driven forward, almost like almost unable to help himself. I need to know. What?
Guys, there's a magical presence here. It's almost soothing, but in a unnatural way.
Did Charles notice like Eric's eyes rolling backwards and stuff?
Eric?
He wasn't hiding it at all. Pushes open the door and I guess proceeds in.
As you do that, Charles wants to grab your shoulder.
In the moment that you peer through the doorway, and a wave of warm, earthy air greets you, thick with the scent of roasted mushrooms, yeast, and something vaguely sour. This kitchen here is built entirely to gnome scale. Counters are barely knee-high, shelves hung by rope and pulley mechanisms that sag under the weight of clay jars, and you see utensils suspended on crank-powered arms, twitching with barely restrained energy. You see 5 rock gnomes, each absorbed in their culinary rituals, bustling about like parts of a finely tuned but kind of slightly deranged machine. Against the eastern wall, you see a stout gnome with soot-streaked cheeks and a wild auburn hair. She strokes the fire of a squat iron stove with a long poker. Her face glows with the heat, and so do her eyes, focused and intense. And then you see another gnome over here. He's operating like a bizarre press-like contraption. He's like muttering under his breath. He's feeding fleshy red mushrooms into the machine. And you see underneath, as it groans and shudders, it crushes the fungus, and a slow stream of like a gleaming oil drips out of it. And he's got like flasks lined up with like surgical precisions. He's like filling them. And then you see on a low table another lady standing confidently. You see her feet are dusted with flour, green flour. She wrangles a mechanical rolling pin that like clatters across the mound of green dough around her. And you see several large green caps of mushroom lie as like the discarded helmets. And each time the pin passes, she nods with like satisfaction. And you see another guy, this one over here. His tongue like sticks out with intense concentration as he's finishing the dough and he's molding it into loaves, each one being shaped with really loving care. Even might pass as like a sculpture. His hands move like an artist, flowers puffing around him like smoke from a forge. You have another guy right next to him, wobbling atop a too small of a stool. He like grunts with effort as she crams the spongy remains of a massive purple mushroom into a barrel. And you see purple juice runs down the side as she forces the cap down with both elbows. And she's mumbling something about peak fermentation timing. And it's not until you shift your weight and creak the door that you see the lady all the way over here. She squints at you, the rising heat, and lifts her poker, not threateningly, while the wary skepticism. And she says, "Unless you're here to clean dishes or confess to being a shape-stealing abomination, you'd best take your business quick. We're elbow deep in fungus and don't have time for funny faces."
Proceeds in. I'm sorry to bother you. We were told that maybe we might find magical contraptions, artifacts, something here. Am I?
Oh yes, the kings, or Fibble Stib and Dabbledob. The Fibble Stib and Dabbledob can help you with that. They're the inventors in the workshop. You just go down south from here. You can take either direction. Just continue down. And then you'll come across the waterfall. You're gonna want to go over the rope bridge, and then you should be on the other side there.
Wait, what was the name of that inventor again?
Oh, Fibble Stib and Dabbledob.
Fibble
Could you spell
Stibbin.
that for me? I'm just kidding.
Okay, I remember the spelling. You remember the spelling.
Okay,
People still dabble dog.
No, Fibble Stib and Dabbledob.
just this
Fibble
way. And
Stibbin.
then
Dabbledob.
point to the path to the
Okay.
south, just down this way.
Yeah, up and down. Up and down looks at you and he's like, "Yep, just go that way. South there, and yeah, just keep going down."
Is he pointing
All right,
here?
He tells you guys basically this direction. Like you
Okay.
can go this way
Well-
or you go this way, but pretty much you want to go this way.
Sorry, you're doing lovely work. I'm just gonna get out of your hair.
Sorry to bother you.
Thank you. I might be back.
It might be back.
And so do you guys go this way or do you guys go back down this way?
I think this is where we left off. Don't quite remember. Doesn't
Sound-
look quite
sounds
familiar
right.
to me.
So as you come around, you see another area here. And in this area, you see parked in these little alcoves, there's 2 gnomish contraptions. Each resembles a crab with a barrel for a shell. And they each have 6 metal legs and a pair of forward-facing pincers. And there's a hatch on each of the barrels. They are open.
This is so cool. Remus goes up to it and looks at it, and he wants to see if there's anyone inside of it at all. or if
It looks like it's
just-
the perfect size for you and Sora.
Hey, Sora, over here. Sora, check it out. We've got crab. We've got crab bionicles. Do you think the king would be mad if we borrowed one?
Do you even know how to use it?
I could maybe figure it out. Let me just hop in it real quick and find out. Remus hops in. Does he recognize how to manipulate this contraption?
As
at
you
all,
get
or-
in and it closes, you feel like you've got total cover against attacks in this thing. This thing is metal, it's a beast. You use an action and you push the push the levers forward, and this thing immediately runs forward, and you barely catch it before you hit the other one.
Yeah, Remus is. You can hear his muffled screaming whenever it takes off. You can hear. That's quite crazy. That's really fast. Boy, Sora, you should get in one. Remus pops his head through the top. You don't think the king will be upset if we borrow this, right?
I mean, as long as you don't break it, he definitely won't kill us.
I mean, he might be more cool with it if you were in it, since you're a gnome.
Yeah, but I'm a
And then we
rogue,
could borrow.
and that's not very stealthy. It's not my style.
I mean,
I don't know if
you
that's a
get
good
total cover
idea.
while doing it. Maybe they can think you're a crab. It's the ultimate stealth.
Or the king thinks we're stealing his devices or whatever these things.
Well, you never know, guys. The quest said that there's something here to help us defeat the dragon. This could be part of it. Maybe he'll just show us how to use it or something.
Well, I think we ought to talk to Philly Dabby Doe, whoever the hell that guy is, and
Fibbly,
see what he
stibbly,
says.
dog.
Who?
Fibbly, stibbly, dibbly, dog.
Fibbly, stibbly, dibbly, blah, blah, blah.
Fibbly,
Let's just
Dibbly.
refer to him as Your Highness,
That's
although he's probably pretty short.
I don't think it.
Yeah.
He didn't say the king, did he? As I'm looking at all y'all, did he say the king or did he say the king? I can't remember.
But he said the king. Well, either way, we could go find him and ask if we can borrow his crab tank.
There we go. And who knows? We might
Yes.
run into something even better.
We're still asking about them though. I'm not forgetting.
Yes.
Because this is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be awesome.
He has magical thing. The paper
Rimbus
said.
hops out.
Just kind of proceeds forward.
Oh, guys, wait up. I did park it. It was quite difficult, actually.
As I'm following Eric, Charles says to Eric, I need to take a piss. And I go to this corner right here that I'm at.
Oi, I'm right behind you. Why you go a piece right there?
I guess I gotta go. I'll be right back. Hold on, give me a second.
We're right next to the area where you could go outside and go. But no, right in the hallways of the king. And now he's going to be upset that there's peace in this hallway.
Oh, we still have to go across the bridge though.
Yeah, everybody file into like right up to like here. And then you guys just line up. Charles is pissing real quick. You guys are kind of walking in.
I step past him carefully, not to get my boots wet.
Charles, you could have peed in the water off the bridge.
You gotta dodge the raindrops.
You guys enter a cluttered, smoky, hazy chamber. The air stinks of oil and singed wood. And in the center of the room sits a strange rotating platform bolted to the stone floor. You see 4 bulky crossbows glint in the light, and atop the contraption, a wild-haired rock gnome with a grease-smeared face and large goggles. She sits on a leather chair mounted on the top, her feet on the pedals and her hands twitching. And she cackles maniacally. She's wild-eyed and she's like barely coherent. She goes, "Aha! Intrusions! Trespassology! Yes. Strangers, test subjects, just in time. You'll scream, Data!" And she slams a lever, and the machine like begins to creak and rotates, and like lock into place, and like comes to like a mechanical speed. She goes, Don't move or do. Good for tracking. Calibration, aiming cycles needed. Need more variables." And you see the crossbows clank as the bolts automatically load. And she goes, Strangers, oh no. And she sees you guys and like the machine spins again. She goes, Test, spin the pedals, pull the lever. And then she's like just starting to like do a bunch of shit, and she's like pulling levers and stuff, and it's like spinning out of control. She goes, No, not that one. Oh, too late. I need everybody in the line to make a dex saving throw. And you see she starts to laugh, and then she like hiccups and then squints at like a blinking light at the control panel.
Rimbus while he's dodging. Hold on, wait! This crazy lady's trying to kill us.
So this heavy crossbow bolt, she just doesn't seem to really understand anything, but she starts looking at this blinking light. It just gets thrown. And Sora, I need you to also make one dexterity save. This thing launches, and Eric hits you for 5 points of damage. And as like you kind of like just get cut by this bolt, Relic, it also nicks you and does 4 points of damage. Rimbus, it goes right over your head and it hits the wall behind Charles.
Jesus Christ. This lady's trying to kill us. Oi, lady. What the
Hey,
heck?
you buffoon! What's going on over there?
We're on a quest. Why are you trying to kill us?
The shattering of the javelin on the side here hits you for 2 damage. She says, "Oh, you're not with the Consortium of Representative Innovation, are you?"
No, we're here to see
No.
Dibble, Scribble, Dibble Down.
No, they sent
Something like
squirrels
that.
last week. Spy squirrels. I saw the hats.
We're not squirrels. Well, I might be the size of one, but I'm not a squirrel.
She's like looking back at the light, and she like starts tapping it, and as she does, the whole machine just starts going. He starts running around again, like whirling. You see the crossbows reload again.
But
These
we're
fucking-
just here to talk to whoever's in charge to finish this quest. We're supposed
We're
to
trying
get
to find the inventors of some kind of device to help us defeat a dragon.
yeah.
Hey, oh, strangers, test, spin, recalibration data. And then she goes to like fire again, but it shoots like the wrong crossbow.
Oi, Sora. Talk some sense into her. Say something in your language or something.
Am I gonna run past him up to here? I'm gonna yell at her and help stop this foolishness.
Oh, not like us. Change, reload. She's Mechanical compensation, not calibrated. And she's like trying to fix the machine.
Eric's gonna move kind of into the room to try to split up here.
She reminds like you worse of Eric. Like you guys have seen Eric seem a little odd. This lady has lost her mind.
Well, I cast command on her.
What does she have to make?
13.
She fails. What do you tell her to do?
Halt.
You just see she just stares off. She goes, "Quiet, yes, quiet." And she like stops the machine. Eric, you especially notice this, but like a magical presence. Everybody begins to notice this at Relic as he like casts his spell. His skin becomes it like starts to turn a vibrant shade of blue.
Relics does?
Yeah, Relic's skin just turns blue as he
Holy
casts the
shit!
Like
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 none of you
glowing
see it, but
blue?
he
What's
like
going on?
reaches out his hand and says like a command, and then he just turns blue.
Oi, Papa Smurf.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, guys.
Why are you blue?
I don't know. I just used a spell.
What'd you do?
I
Did you
just
use a blue spell?
no. I just commanded the rock gnome to stop shooting at us.
And she's just staring off into the distance. Yes.
Charles, maybe someone should tie her up.
She's not herself. She hears the noise, the whispers that she's influenced.
I
Yeah,
grab
she's definitely
my
crazy.
rope
That's for sure.
and tie her up.
Not crazy.
Can I do some kind of check to see what's wrong with her?
Give me an insight check. Charles, you're gonna wrap her up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Rimbus, you see she's just lost her mind.
Well, I think this lady's been in the tunnels too long. She's kind of crazy. Just tie up and hate to just leave her, but she's kind of crazy. So what do we do with her?
I say we take her with us. Like maybe someone needs to know about this.
Maybe we yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Definitely don't put her in one of those fucking crab tanks in the back. She'd wreak havoc.
Yeah,
Oh,
that would be
maybe.
terrible.
We could always take her back to the kitchen.
We're not trying to cook her.
No, but there's other people there.
They seem preoccupied. I think the person we're supposed to go talk to would probably be more helpful.
Yes, feeble dibbles dibble dibble.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you could definitely tell like you as you like looked over towards Relic as his skin was turning blue, you felt that tingle and the whispers got loud.
They didn't like maybe don't cast.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
They didn't like the magic.
Am I still blue?
Yeah, you're still blue. But Eric is like you're thinking about it. The voices were loud probably because that's how they've controlled over time, but not necessarily a bad thing.
Can I do a perception check
What are you trying
to
to
see if I can find out like where this is coming from? Like maybe I can figure out what
It's
caused
just
this.
like a general sense in the area, like it's just the stone,
Okay.
you know, just the air just feels like it.
Can I do something to like get rid of the blue skin color?
There's nothing that you know of at the moment.
Charles acts like he's casting a spell. He's like putting his hand out like Eric does, and nothing happens.
Yeah, that's not really how it works, Charles.
I look down at the contraption. Do I see anything?
Just you see the like. What are you looking for? You're grabbing her off of it or what?
To break it.
Yeah, you can see this thing's just it's held on by gears and wood and.
Don't break it, just disable it. Like
Yeah.
they might
Give
get
me like an
upset if we break
investigation
it.
check.
Yeah, let's put that thing on top of the crab.
You're like you think you could like grab one of these crossbows off. You can't really understand like any of the gears or anything like that, but you're like I could take these crossbows off.
Okay, I grab a crossbow and I put one over here.
Okay, so I pull out a that orc's head that I picked up and shove it between the gears to jam it up.
Okay. Do you just put the head in there and you guys start trying to push the pedals and levers and shit? It begins to turn a little bit and then you see that like the orc head gets stuck in there and then it jams.
Okay.
Charles wants to take the crossbows off, throw them around the room.
Okay.
Okay.
So you throw the crossbows around.
Yeah, there's one in like each corner. Fuck this thing. Thing sucks.
You just hear her, she's like, no, you brute force the calibrators. The cogs are crying. Oh, wait, did you crosswire the flex gears? Oh no.
No, it's okay. We're just disabling it. You guys ready?
Rimbus walks carefully past the mechanism that was clearly disabled, thinking it's going to explode because the crazy lady was talking like it's going to explode or something.
And now you die.
And proceed.
No,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, as you guys come through, you can see and you hear the waterfall getting louder. You see there's like an exit to a cliff here, and then more hallways.
Rimbus steps out on the ledge. Can I see anything from the ledge like that I couldn't see before from this point of view?
You see pretty much everything. You see there's like another set of stairs over here at the top of the rope bridge.
Hey guys, I
Let's
found some
go.
barrels. I go and investigate or see what's inside these barrels.
I guess I follow
I'll
in.
scoot past you there.
So as like you come in here, you see that 7 of the 8 barrels in the north and in the east alcoves are untapped and full of mushroom wine.
Is there like a way to like taste some of it?
Yeah, you're gonna like. Are you hitting that one in front of you?
Well, I just want a little bit. I don't want to spill the whole thing.
Yeah, you like that. That one looks tapped, so you can like got a cup or something, put your mouth near it. You just
Yeah, so I just lean over and put my mouth next to it and open it slightly so I can taste it.
it tastes like really good wine.
Is my skin still blue?
Yeah, your skin's still blue.
Well, that doesn't fix the blue skin, guys.
Well, if you join a band, you can call yourselves the Blue Men Group.
Yeah, I'm not very musically inclined.
You may not be fixing the blue problem, but you might be feeling really good here in about 20 minutes.
I'm feeling pretty good right now, honestly.
And then you guys see that these are like tapped and untapped barrels.
Well, there's not much here, guys, unless you want to
Yeah.
steal their wine. I say we just keep moving.
Eric kind of shakes his head disinterested and keeps moving.
You guys continue forward. At this point, you come across
Yeah, Rimbus follows in suit.
a couple gnomes sitting on the top here. And you see that mist from the waterfall kind of dampens this empty cave area. And on about a 10-foot high ledge overlooking you guys from the south, there are 2 gnomes.
Hello, gentlemen.
There's a female and a male gnome, and the female says, "Who goes there?"
Name Sora.
"Y'all are shape changers. Prove yourself." And they get like ready with their daggers to throw.
Can they understand us, or do they
one of
only
them
speak
knows. One
Gnomish?
of them knows the common. And persuasion check. Oh, adventurers across the bridge. That's where the kings be.
You
We'll
Oh.
tell you all about it.
Feeble,
Okay.
stibble, dibble, dobble.
Hey,
Could you possibly tell us how to pronounce his name properly again?
Bibble, Stib,
We
and
kind of
Dibbledob. They're
forgot.
the master inventors of this place. They've got
Feeble,
direct contact with
Stibben,
the kings.
Dibbledob.
Fibble, Stib, and Dibbledob.
What if Dibble Stibble Dibble Dob is actually 4 gnomes?
I mean, I guess that's possible. Is it more than one person, or is it just one person?
2 people. 2 inventors.
2 people.
Dibble Stibble.
Fibble, stibble,
2
and dibble, dob.
inventors.
Fibble, Stib,
Stib-
and Dibbledob.
Fibble, stib, and dibble, dob.
All right.
Hmm.
All right. Well, thank you.
Which one's the nice one? Fibble, stib, or dibble, dob?
Oh, they're both crazy. Points to this direction.
Both crazy. Crazy like the lady we passed earlier.
Nope. Much saner.
Oh, well, that's nice. At least they won't shoot us with bows.
You might want to untie her. Tried killing us. Walking by.
And then you see that they like begin to
And
like
then we quickly
come
walk
down.
away.
You guys come up here to this area, and the ropes are real slippery. Everybody give me a dexterity saving throw as you go over this rickety bridge. You see as you guys all go over it, it begins to slouch. You guys are like 20 foot high. It begins to slouch like 5 foot above the water.
Hey guys, maybe like one at a time, just in case it breaks.
Good idea. Probably not all fall in at once.
And Charles and Eric, you guys are kind of going across, and you guys kind of maybe like your foot slips or something, and like you're still on the bridge, but there's a scare.
I'm gonna walk across it like a pro, turn around, look at him, and see what's taking them so long.
Yeah, everybody else is making their way slowly across the bridge.
Is that Fibble, Stiv, and Dibbledob?
No, you guys come up to. You see that the area is kind of lightly obscured by mist from the waterfall. But this large room up here, it looks like it has 2 large spinning blades. that look like turnstiles fitted with stacks of long, sharp blades, spaced about 1 foot apart, and they all spin counterclockwise. Oh, and this one's just clockwise.
Do we see any levers or anything to disable them?
Sora was the first person up there. Give me a perception check. So you see nothing except for the rotation of these blades. You can see that there's another
Can I
area over here.
help them out at all
Yeah,
in looking?
All
you
right.
try to look as well. Rimbus is the next person there. So Rimbus, you're also looking, and it's pretty tough to see with the mist kind of in the air and the blades kind of spinning about.
Well, I can't see anything. I think we might be going the wrong way.
But they said you across the bridge.
This is the only
Yeah.
way.
Well, we might need to go back and ask them if they can disable this because it's kind of spitting blades and we might turn into mincemeat if we try and walk across it.
Well, there was the other
Well,
hallway, the other way.
Yeah, but that just leads up to the ledge, most likely.
Actually, I can try something. It may not work, but I can sure try. And I want to see if I can cast Entangle and disable it.
Okay. So you see that, like, since there's kind of mist over here, there's more green life, and you're able to sprout, and you're able to disable this first one here. Give me a d20 roll as well.
Oh, dog, in D20. Yo, a 3?
Yeah, it can't be good.
Nothing happens.
Well, I think I got the first one, but the other one still's going, so somebody else is going to have to disable it somehow.
I have an idea.
Well, that was a good idea.
We should be able
Go
to get
ahead.
around it with just the one, maybe.
You think so?
Is
I mean,
there a path past the other one without getting hit by it?
You little guys probably can, but us bigger guys, I don't know.
No, are you gonna try and make it through?
I have an idea.
what's that?
Can I squeeze by y'all?
Sure.
Steps to the side.
Charles steps forward, pulls out his net, and he throws it at the second blade.
You see, Charles, the second blade spins, throw the net, and it chops up, and your net is now in pieces.
This is bullshit. And I slam my fist into the wall.
Well, maybe if we throw like a rope or something at it too, maybe it'll just get tangled up and wrap it up.
My net was
I
made
think
of
you might
rope.
have to use some kind of magic to disable it, considering its strong, powerful blade. If you use something like a rope, it might be
Charles,
cut.
as you're standing here and you throw your net, a minute passes as you guys are doing this, and Rimbus, your spell begins to fade. The concentration on your spell begins to fade, and this blade spins back up. And Charles, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
The spinning blades cut you for 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
I might as well just chop off my fucking dick at this point. Jesus.
Well, I throw my rope anyways to see what happens.
The blades just spin and like it hits the blades, and you see like it probably gets cut. Just kind of sits down on the side.
Eric's gonna kind of get just frustrated. His blades blocking his path, and cast fireball at, I guess, the northernmost one, or firebolt rather.
You see that this one begins to like steam, and like you see it's like steaming, and there's like smoke coming off of it.
I do a medicine check on Charles.
He's not down yet, but you could like band-aid him up, stop his bleeds.
We'll probably head back and talk to somebody and see if we can get past these, or else we're going to be stuck here.
I'm going to try to jump to the other side. Or acrobat my happy ass across there.
Jump.
You're gonna run through the blades, try and bounce over.
I'm gonna try to like jump or slide or something across
Alright,
them.
give me an acrobatics. So you're jumping through. Give me also a dexterity saving throw. Okay. You
Ooh.
get through. You get onto this side of the spinning blades.
Is
and you
there any
see-
switches or levers over here?
You do see a lever.
I'm gonna walk over and pull it.
And as you do, the blades begin to slow down to a stop.
All right.
Hey, nice one,
Go,
Sora.
Sora. Yeah, I pick him up and swing him around and like, yeah, all
Put the
excited.
sprints past.
Charles is bleeding out in the corner.
I just fold my arms and look at him like an angry stepchild.
I go over here and kick the spinning blades,
Rimbus
like
jumps away
the
immediately.
shaft of it. Where's Charles?
Oh, I think he died.
No. He was fine. I just bandaged him up.
No, it got his femoral artery. He's dead.
He's right here. He's just like twiddling his thumbs.
Well, maybe he's just trying to find his penis on the ground from it getting chopped off.
I think he's upset because he lost his favorite toy.
And this is where we end session 2 of Dragon of the Icespire Peak. Right before you guys meet Fibblestib and Dabbledob.
And I was looking forward to meeting Fibblestib and Dabbledob.
And you will on the next episode.
Especially Dabbledob. You know what I mean?
Dungeon Brew, Dungeon Brew, Dungeon